Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we have the Kecleon Shop opening up as we have Shopkeeper our Kecleon, the star of the show in this new set. First off, if I can just air a grievance. So, I mean, you see it. So this is our team captain for this set, the Kecleon, the shiny Kecleon. But why the hell did Game Freak decide this shiny over this shiny? Like, look, this is normal Kecleon on the left. This is Kecleon, shiny Kecleon on the right in the Mystery Dungeon anime, or even in the anime in general. But why did they choose blue stripe over purple? Like, why? This purple looks so nice. That's so iconic, or at least for me, because that's the first version of the shiny Pokemon I seen. I really like this purple. So why did they do my Shopkeeper dirty like this? But anyway, that being said, I don't know, maybe y'all agree, maybe y'all don't agree, I don't know. But this Kecleon set, for complete transparency, again, I'm a big fan of PokeaimMD, and this was taken right off his video. I believe he got this from his friend Lord Envy as well. But I got this from his website, PokeaimMD's website. So this set is taken from, this is essentially I think his MV set, but I was really fascinated by it. So it has Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Drain Punch, Sucker Punch with this very, very unique EV spread. Of course, Ice Beam is for Gliscors, Flamethrowers is for Tangrowths, Drain Punch is for Heatrans, Sucker Punch is for that much needed priority because Kecleon's only 40 base speed. But dang, I tell you what, in practice, I'm pretty sure my Pokemon have stage fright. It's either that or it's me. But dang, in practice, this Kecleon is a monster. This thing is a monster, 100%. It's 2-shot Skarmory because of sturdy. This can definitely one-shot the Gliscors when they're very pure defensive. Because dang, this thing is a monster. And this thing is a monster. Like, Mystery Dungeon, you know, if you steal Kecleon's merchandise and they all come after you, this is legitly what I think is happening to the player IRL when you steal something from the shop and they're all chasing after you. This Kecleon is broken. It's busted. 90 is not an attack stat to laugh at. The 60, yeah, you know, it's alright. It's okay. But my goodness, this thing hits hard like a truck. With the Life or Protein stab, it's 4 moves, but this thing hits hard. So I'm very, very happy to record a set with Kecleon. Is actually one of my most favorite Pokemons because it's just so unique looking. It's just so unique looking, and also the shiny is beautiful. That's just my opinion. But Kecleon is our team captain, the shopkeeper, looking to sell you items, but also looking to defend his stores from stealers who attempt to steal his items. And his staff behind him today, Titania, makes her return to the Wi-Fi battle setting with a new specially defensive set. So I went with bulky Gardevoir this time. I figured, you know what? I was looking through Gardevoir's thing after the Lorena set. I was like, dang, that set really sucked. But you know what? It has Will-O-Wisp. Is there a bulky Gardevoir set? That's what I was thinking. And so looking around on Smogon, I know there was one with like Will-O-Wisp, Wish, whatever, Toxic or something like that, like dual status or something like that. They're like, oh, that's interesting. Well, why don't we just try something of that? So, I mean, look, 68 HP, it's alright, but 115 split def? Holy cannoli. Like, max split def, max HP, this Gardevoir can tank hits very, very well. Like, you'd be surprised at how tanky Gardevoir is. Like, you see offensive Gardevoirs all the time, but this thing is tanky and still hits rather hard because of that special attack, right? 125 is nothing to sneeze at either. So Will-O-Wisp, of course, the plan is to spread burns and heal as much as possible, heal the teammates, support the team, and get off big hits with Moonblast and Psychic when they can connect. And because, you know, it's 125, it's going to do a big chunk of damage still, even though it's unboosted. But my goodness, this Titania is a monster tank. It is a monster tank. Next we have Shayla! Shayla, our Gliscor here. Shayla is a, you know, your common everyday Gliscor set, Earthquake knockoff, of course, Roost for recovery with that poison heal, and Stealth Rock to set up rocks. It hits very hard, it can be very annoying. It's basically just meant for chipping down the opponent and knocking off as many items as possible to help the team overall. Can you imagine like knocking off a choice specs or choice scarf on a Garchomp or a Rotom, right? Or you knock off a leftover, right? Those all matter so much, especially when you're forcing switches with Stealth Rocks and forcing defogs and whatever other malarkey. So that's what Shayla is supposed to do. Just for side note, I don't use Gliscor a lot. So I know the whole purpose is the Toxic or Poison Heal, but don't be surprised if you see some whack shit happening because I don't know how to work a Gliscor well yet. Our physical attacker is Braun the Poliwrath, giving us a water immunity. As you can see, Sheila and Hellhound. Dang it, I did it wrong. Shayla and Hellhound has a water weakness, so we have a water immunity in Braun. Here's a bulk up Waterfall, Drain Punch, Earthquake, a standard Poliwrath set. Poliwrath isn't the fastest thing at 70. 95 is, you know, right there with everybody else. And it's quite bulky in its own right. I mean, 95 and 90 with 90 HP isn't something to really sneeze at, especially if I get some bulk ups. And this thing can hit very hard, even unboosted with the Life Orb. I mean, that just hits very hard in general. So Poliwrath is our physical attacker for this set. You don't really see Poliwraths around often. Like, you probably see them with Rain Team because it's Swift Swim. But Water Absorb, I'm thinking, oh, for this team's purposes, Water Absorb is better. Because, you know, I don't have a Rain Setter as well. So the water immunity is indeed welcome here. And the dual stab with Earthquake is just complete coverage for it. It's a shame it doesn't get Ice Punch. I know it gets Ice Beam, but 70 special attack is not necessarily the best, and I don't think it's going to do much damage anyway, especially if I'm bulking up. So we just went all physical with this one. Our defensive wall is Armox, the Fortress. Armox is a type of military grade steel. It's like I think it's like AR 500, which is a very hard-esque steel. It's not like it's basically a very hard metal. And Fortress is, well, a very sturdy defensive wall with 90 attack. I did not know that until now. Wow, I'm quite impressed. But yes, sturdy with leftovers. So of course, you know, you want to take the hit. You want to set up as many hazards as possible. So we have spikes. We have the rapid spin to spin away hazards on effective situations. We have Gyro Ball for our main attacking stat, and because we're coming off of 40 speed with base 40 speed with no investment whatsoever, so this is the lowest speed Fortress can do, with combination with that little bit crept 4 attack in the 90 whatever, you know what I mean. Gyro Ball hits really hard. Gyro Ball can hit very hard potentially on just about anything, depending on, you know, again, everybody else's speed stats. So Blissey will take a fair chunk of damage, but what's a good one? Skarmy obviously would not, but Skarmy will take a lot from Volt Switches, and I'm happy Fortress gets Volt Switch because switch initiatives are very important for this team. I had Bronzong here initially, but Bronzong and Titania was, with Hellhound being the ghost wall, was not too helpful. Bronzong has been, you know, kind of played a lot because of not even BDSP, but like not Aurus, Sword and Shield as well. So Armox is here as its replacement. Fire weakness, we have Fire Immunity and Fire Wall in Braun, and as a Firewall with Shopkeeper with the Flamethrower typing thanks to Protein. So yeah, I mean, I have a lot more experience handling Armox, so hopefully that'll be a little better. Hopefully you can set up rocks and spikes and do tons of chip onto the opponent. Basically, this team is meant to stop customers from stealing shopkeepers' items, set up rocks and spikes to slow them down, and gradually just chip them down and have the big security guard knock them out. Or we have the Hellhound here as our designated special attacker. And yeah, you know what? This Hellhound is nothing to sneeze at. I mean, of course, you know, Mega Houndoom is a monster. Regular Houndoom, pales in comparison, but it's still a monster in its own right. It is very frail. However, with Flash Fire, we have a fire immunity, so our fire attacks do +1 damage. If you can imagine, a +2 with the +1, that's a +3 fire blast coming at my enemies. And boy, that will hit very hard. Dark Pulse is for our other stab, and Sludge Bomb is for just general coverage, you know, for those pesky fairy types. And, oh gosh, Ludicolo, because Ludicolo will take Houndoom really well. I opt to go for Fire Blast over the reliable Flamethrower, simply because I think, you know, Dark is a really good coverage type in its own right anyway. Why not just go for power? I mean, I have Sludge Bomb for fairy coverage, so why not we go a little risky here and do more power over reliability. So we'll see if that bites us in the butt. You see we have a Pasho Berry, so the idea is hopefully we can take one hit with one water type hit, because Pasho Berry halves the damage taken from water type moves. But you know, we'll see. Houndoom again is not the thickest of walls. Hopefully that Pasho Berry holds up. We'll see. The idea is to plot up on a weaker water type and then knock them out with a +2 attack, special attack. So hopefully that holds up. I mean, you could also be like, oh, why don't you just put Life Orb? Because, you know, I can see that option as well. Because again, Houndoom is very frail. But you know, something different. Let's see how it goes. This is also me testing and whatnot as well. But with that being said, that is our Shopkeeper's security team with Shopkeeper, the head of the realm. We'll see. Will it provide record sales, or is it going to go bankrupt? We'll see how this business does. Stay tuned. Those battles are coming. If you like other battles on the channel, check it out. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of battles. We have 20 battles, all recorded and uploaded. So go enjoy that as you wait for these upcoming battles. That being said, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.